All right, guys, welcome to this month's Community Wise podcast. I'm Holly Long, and we are on location, y'all. We are at the Heartland Developers Summit here in Kansas City, and we are hosted at the Kauffman Foundation. And this is in collaboration with our partners, Equitable Development, Marvin Lyman and his crew, the Health Fort Foundation, of course, Lewis Greater Kansas City, Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the Heartland Black Chamber of Commerce, Pathway Financial Education, ULI Kansas City, you name it. Everyone has come together to put on this conference. And this conference is for if you are interested in getting into development and what does real estate development look like, this is the conference for you. If you are on an intermediate track, meaning that you have a little skin in the game, you've done a few developments and field deals, but you want to elevate your business, this conference is for you. And if you are the OG of the OGs and you've been doing this for years, if not decades, this still is the conference for you. We have everybody in one room learning different topics that can be applied in the different phases or the different tracks that you are that you're located in within development. So we're here, we're recording live. We are getting reaction from attendees, panelists. We will, talk to some OGs in the game. We'll talk to some first timers. We'll talk to some people who've done maybe one or two development deals and they're trying to do more. All this is so that we can change our community for the best. And so what I invite you to do is stick around and hang out with us. We'll be here for 2 days, okay? So we'll see you. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Community Wise Podcast. We have our first guest of the day. Her name is Magali Rojas, and Magali is a first-time conference attendee. And so, Magali, welcome. Yeah, so, okay, what you think so far? It's been, 2 hours into the conference?
Yeah, so initially it was starting with the panel and the things that they said. I got up there and I asked a question, and that question was about sustainability in development. So how do we do that coming from different aspects of it? One thing that they mentioned that stuck with me is creating partnerships and collaboration and accountability. And so in doing all of that and creating more housing, because it's a need that's growing here in Kansas City, it's something that impacts me as being a resident of Kansas City and also my neighbors.
Right. So tell us, how did you hear about the conference first?
So I'm subscribed to LISC, Local Initiative Support Collaboration.
Hey, yep. We got a subscriber, y'all.
And so I received their information, but I've also recently started working on a project with them to do a little bit more research on who are the organizations that are working with them. My experience is in nonprofit organizations and also an environmental background. So bringing that into this and understanding housing and understanding energy insecurity and how we're either advocating or not in this space. Where are we at? Asking those questions as a research-based organization.
Yeah. Okay. So ultimately, we were talking offline and you were saying you are originally from Northeast, KCMO, right? And now you're living in Gladstone. And what are you looking to do with the information you are learning here, and how are you going to apply it going forward? What are your plans? If money wasn't an object, although we know that it is, and it's a real issue, that access to capital and getting that pre-development financing, or even before then. What are you thinking? How is this all twirling in your head, and what are your plans? What are you thinking?
Well, there be different levels to it.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not a homeowner myself. I'd like to be a homeowner, and I'd like to learn how to do that in a way where I can live in a space where I feel safe. Growing up in my community, it was something that was filled with a lot of trees. Some people, they didn't always feel safe based on the housing that they lived in, either because it was not taken care of. There were issues environmental issues within the home. And so something that I want to see with developers and with homeowners is a relationship.
Gotcha.
First of all, in that space, in a bigger space outside of myself, I like to see people be able to stay in Kansas City that have grown up and lived here for a long time. And I want to see them get access to the resources, provide advocacy to that. And I've been doing that for myself. I've learned how to navigate different spaces. I'm still learning how to navigate different spaces. It's interesting to me that this is still very new to me because I've lived in Kansas City and this is like my first time learning about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably wouldn't have if I hadn't been connected to the organization and the work that they're doing. Um, but it has many moving pieces for me.
For sure. For sure. Well, do you have any closing thoughts you want to share with our audience before we let you go? Because I know some of the different seminars are going on right now.
Yeah, if anything, closing thoughts for developers and how we're building our community is really around sustainability. I like to see us best utilize our resources and not take our environmental resources for granted.
Go. Magali, it was a pleasure talking to you today, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Same, Holly. Thank you.
All right. Hi, welcome back to Community Wise Podcast. We are still here at the Heartland Emerging Developers Summit, and we are sitting down with one of the GOATs that I consider the GOAT, okay? Mr. Simmons, Mr. Kelvin Simmons is right here. Hey!
Hey there.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
So good to be with you today.
I'm just happy to steal some of your time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, what you think about the conference so far?
Conference is amazing.
Okay.
Gives me an opportunity to not only talk to some of the peers in development that I work with often, or that we work together collaboratively in a lot of different ways. But we're so busy grinding, we don't always see each other. And then we come to a conference like this one. And not only do we have the opportunity to see each other, but we hear each other.
Yeah.
And we understand a little bit about what each other's doing in their respective worlds. And so this is an amazing to bring all of these people together that are doing some amazing things in our community. So I love it.
Yeah. Okay. So, question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
If you were to talk to, two things. Got a fun one. If you were to give a panel discussion or a title of a panel that would have helped you however many years ago that you started in development, what would that have been? What would that title of that I'm getting tongue tied here. What would be the title of that seminar that would have helped you?
It would be titled Things That You Should Not Do.
Rule number one. And going in that same vein, what is the number one thing that you see, the developer, the emerging developer coming in? What is the first mistake that you kind of see and you're like, come here, let me kind of talk to you on the side?
So, grandmama would say, boy, your eye's too big.
Ooh.
You can't eat all that.
This is true. I've heard that.
Okay. If you've ever heard that before, the elders would say, I know you like it, but you can't eat all of that.
Right.
And so sometimes when it comes to developers that are emerging, there are a lot of potential opportunities, but you may not be ready to do all of that.
Yeah.
And so as a young emerging developer, I would probably say to them, giving advice, make sure what you are looking at and what you're trying to do, you can actually do it.
Okay.
Right? Because one of the things you want to come away with is make sure that you keep the reputation intact.
Yeah.
Where people know if you say you're going to do it, you're able to do it.
For sure.
If there's something that comes along the way that you can't, make sure you communicate that immediately.
Right.
So that you always will be a person of your word.
There you go. Okay. One more question for you. Now I'll let you go. I know your time is valuable. What is one thing that you are most proud of that you did right from the very, very beginning, or even something that you learned, in the middle of your career? What is that?
The thing that I'm most proud of is that I haven't and very few times have I ever burned a bridge.
Okay.
And why that is so important, and I was just talking to some young men earlier today, is what I have experienced in life is the very people that you might burn that bridge with are the very people that you might need for your next development opportunity. And so, as a person who was a former elected official,
Yes, indeed.
it is easy to burn a bridge when somebody is not going along with what you would like them to go along with.
Right.
But I think I learned earlier in my career that be patient because you never know what somebody else is experiencing. And what might be very difficult for them is something that they're experiencing, but that may not be difficult for you. But if you treat them in a difficult way, 15, 20 years later, when you really need something, they're going to remember.
Oh, yeah.
And so, therefore, that bridge that you burn is the bridge that you may need to come back. So, I would tell people, walk lightly.
That's a good one.
Walk politely.
That's good.
And, things will kind of take care of itself. But these are broad kind of issues.
Oh, yeah.
That, maybe the elders would say, and I just want to be able to say, I listened to y'all and I learned something and I'm actually practicing what I learned now.
That's a whole word right there. All right. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us, and we'll be back. See ya. All right. We're back again. We have another conference participant here. And so, welcome to our podcast. It's called Community Wise Podcast, hosted by Miss Casey. How are you?
Excellent.
Good.
Doing
tell
great.
me about your name, or tell me your name and how you got into development, all the things.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, my name is Harold Johnson.
Yes, Mr.
And I am the co-CEO of CJR Development Partners. We're headquartered in Washington, D.C., but we're in 5 states, and we're happy to be in Kansas City.
Right. So tell us what part of KCU is your project in.
So I am the managing partner for South Point at 63rd and South Point LLC.
Yes.
So we're on the east side, and we're kind of bordered by 71, Prospect, and 63rd. And so we have both the east side and west side, and it's made up about 30 acres. It was former 8 city blocks that needs redevelopment, and we were invited, to come. So we're excited to be here. We've done a lot of planning, a lot of things happening. So thankful for the partnership with the city. Mario has been a great partner.
Yeah.
Your new city manager. And most importantly, I got to give shout out to Mayor Pro Tem.
Yes.
Okay. Raina Parks Shaw.
Yes.
And also to Council Member Daryl Curls of the 5th Ward. Both of them are,
and shout out to Miss Rita. I love you.
Oh, shout out to Miss Rita too. That's right. Yes. That's right. And I think what's most important is in these types of projects, you have to have champions. You need government champions, community champions, and both Raina and Councilmember Curls have been just amazing partners, along with the good work that Mario is doing from administration side and now from his city manager perch and leadership, wanting to see it happen. I think everybody wants to see, and so we're so excited. I'm thankful for my partners over at HCA Medical Research.
Yeah.
I'm excited for our community liaison, Linda Brown. She keeps us moving, keeps the community engaged with us. So I'm excited about that. And then, of course, Marvin Lyman, who's Marvin is incredible. Marvin is just incredible.
Yes.
I mean, and
I will be honest. He will tell you that I tried to steal interns because I tried to take medicine.
What?
I did.
Oh my gracious! Now, okay, those are fighting words. Now,
Hey.
Madison is a jewel in a
She
gym.
is.
I mean, she put through some great community planning for us. So we're so excited. We're so excited. So and that's Marvin's boss too.
It is.
So
It is. And she's at Howard, and I'm at Howard alum. So
oh,
there's
wow.
that.
Okay, all right. Along with my wife is
Hey.
HU.
You know.
All right,
We
and
everywhere.
my sister too. All right, so awesome.
So what are your thoughts about the conference?
First of all, it is incredible. The voices of the community and the developers, but also, I mean, the speaker for the luncheon.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just an incredible story
Yeah.
of resilience, of, determination, but listening to God's voice and doing it.
Absolutely.
And so I was excited to hear that. But I have enjoyed myself, from the beginning. I think it's very incredible to be able to put on something like this. I mean, Liz has done an outstanding job. Health Forward Foundation, Kaufman being here at Kaufman Foundation.
Yep.
Just an incredible seating.
Collaboration.
Oh, man, I love it. Can't do it without it. Collaboration. Yeah.
Right. Any closing thoughts that you would have for our audience who are, may want to teeter-totter in the development space, who may have ambitions and just don't know where to start? What are your words to them?
Well, first of all, vision, and purpose. Development is hard. It's not just like this glamorous thing and I'm transforming, doing these community things. Man, I got this project and we're going to make money. It starts with purpose.
Yeah.
You have to really clearly understand where you are, because I think the one thing I heard, the two difference between changing loss into learning or lesson. So we just heard that, going from W's to lessons.
Yeah.
And there will be a lot of lessons. So you have to be prepared and you have to be called, because if you're not called to do engagement like this, it's going to be really hard. And if you think you can do it alone, nobody does it alone. We can't even do it alone.
We have a great collaboration. You got
yes,
going on right
exactly. And it takes that when you're doing development. So if I could leave those parting words, collaboration, purpose, okay, and then being able to power through, and enjoy all of the moments, the highs, the not so high, the plateaus.
Yeah.
Okay. Relish in everything in every moment, because that's going to propel you to your greatest self.
Well, that's a whole word right there. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for coming here.
Awesome.
Yeah. See you next time.
Awesome. Yay.
Hey, welcome back to Community Wise Podcast. We have some more conference attendees here. And so we're going to go around and introduce ourselves. And tell us about who you are.
So I'm Dominique Patterson, PNP Realty.
All right.
Business.
All right.
Marquita Taylor, Santa Fe Area Council, Neighborhood Association.
All right.
I'm Harold Johnson. I represent a couple organizations, Coach Johnson Realty and 7 J's Development.
All right. So tell me, what have y'all thought about the conference so far? We're midday, right at lunch, so we're not going to keep y'all long. Anything that we are missing? Anything that has stood out to you all about anything? Let's start here.
Well, I'm going to say, personally, it's just about the structure. I know my business lacks a lot of structure, so just hearing them talk about the pillars and things like that, and like the leadership, finance portion and things like that, how I need to tighten up everything.
Okay. I enjoy seeing all the opportunities and the relationships that are in the room. There's no shortage of authorities and also newbies who are trying to get with the right people so they can get the right development project up and running. So it's exciting to be here.
Mr. Johnson?
This is a grand opportunity to network, and it's an informational session. So I am a I've been rehabbing and been dabbling in different types of areas, but to be a developer and to develop from ground up. So this has been grand in terms of the process and how to get there and where the funding sources may be. So this is a great conference or summit in order to do that.
Okay. Do y'all want to share what you individually are working on before I let y'all go to lunch, or anything, any takeaways that we've gotten from today? I know it's only 12, but yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see what's to come. I was fortunate to get some funding from the city, from CCED, to do something that was monumental that hadn't been done before, and that is to put $1 million toward rehabs in a historic neighborhood.
For sure.
It was groundbreaking for the neighbors and the rest of the neighborhoods, because they were all, how did you do it, Miss Marquita? What happened, and how can we get involved? Since that time, there have been other neighborhoods that have been able to develop relationships and get those dollars. But I'm really excited about the other opportunities that are, especially from hearing from today's conference, or information at the beginning of this conference, about where LISC's ideas are going to move forward, which I'm hoping that it will encompass some rehab or legacy homes, which I call that as being people, helping them stay in their homes. So I'm supercharged to hear about the direction that you all are going in now, because that will bring me back to the table where I can have more conversations with you all.
Dope. Mr. Johnson, what you working on?
I'm very central focused. I'm Kansas City. I had a youth program called Kansas City Keys for a long time. I did over 3,000 youth probably in that time frame. We were always about upper mobility, scholarships, getting kids into opportunities, and to see abroad as well in terms of just the national focus. But right here in Kansas City, I'm all about Kansas City. I'm born and raised. And so my rehabs and my projects are right here in the city. So I invest my own monies. I do east side, west side. It's Kansas City, but I'm mostly in neighborhood. And when it comes to homes, I would live in the homes that I fix up.
Absolutely.
As well as the multifamily. So what I want to do now is what something I haven't done, and that is groundbreaking, building something from ground up. So I will have an opportunity to do that through CCED with a project I'm doing with a local church. And then I want to do something with my own project, where I want to do something with this multifamily or senior housing. So this is a grand spot to have an opportunity to do that. What we do need to learn is, where are those pre-development monies?
Yeah.
If LISC has those,
We do.
please open up that door
We
for
do.
us
Us
new incoming developers
Yeah.
who are invested in Kansas City.
For sure. We definitely need to talk offline. What you got?
So right now, I just kind of took a break as far as just trying to restructure everything, as far as like get my head on the right path, find mentorship and things like that.
Yeah.
So just coming to this conference right here just kind of opened my eyes to, like they said, many people around that you can connect with, network and things like that. And also, Holly, you as well.
Well, that's all we got for now. So it's lunchtime. We're going to let everybody go eat lunch, and we'll be right back. Hey, we're back at our Community Wise podcast. So this is in between breakout sessions, and I had to pull in some good friends of my family and myself, as well as a new friend. So if we could go around and introduce who we are, I would greatly appreciate it. We'll start here with this beautiful lady on the end.
I am Shauna Morrell, managing broker and owner of Morrell Homes Real Estate Group.
I'm Terrell Davis, president and owner of the Acquisition Group.
I am Michelle Dawson, founder and owner of Empire Development.
I'm Terrell Jolly with Integrity Capital Management.
So they all just led a panel. What are y'all thoughts about the panel? Anything stood out to you all? Any questions stood out? This is our third year doing the Heartland Development Summit. Thoughts, comments, what y'all got? Now this is real off the cuff, so Diaz, just a natural conversation between us.
Yeah, I'll start. I like the questions regarding the due diligence, because that's how you can get burned a lot of times. So I think putting that in the forefront of a lot of the newer developers or people aspiring to be a developer, getting that out up front is going to help a lot with risk assessment. So I'm glad we had that conversation.
Well, I guess if I know people actually listening from their email, I see. I guess I can appreciate that the platform to actually speak our truth, give people a candid look at our world, and I think that all around that's what I appreciate.
I like that the moderator did a really good job of trying to give takeaways for people that come to do tonight. Because I've gone to a lot of conferences and it's a lot of, oh, this is what I do, this is what I've done, but not how I do.
Yeah.
So what do I do with
Well, good job to that moderator.
Very good, Dr.
But I, as the moderator, I was really looking for panelists that I knew that was doing the work, and could give those valuable lessons that they've learned to help the next person. Like, okay, here is what happened to me. Here's how I resolve that issue. And then that's a takeaway that they can say, okay, so I won't get there. I'll make sure that I'll look for this and look for these red flags. So the takeaway was necessary, right? Because there's so many conferences, there's so many different things that we go to, and then you leave and like, okay, well, what's my action item? What can I do? So that was very important.
Anything that you didn't say that you should have said, or you have like, okay, dang, I should have said this. I forgot to mention that.
I had a whole lot I could have said.
You just wasn't sparrow.
Tell them all.
Yeah, I didn't want to be discouraging. So I did want to encourage. I don't think I think I should have been more encouraging to tell you to go do it. Don't keep thinking about it. If you fail, you fail. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's biggest issue is, oh, I'm gonna lose money. Hell, the same way you lost the money, you can make some money.
Right.
They didn't stop printing it.
People don't realize you can successfully fail too.
Yes, you can.
Fail.
Yes.
Yes.
I've done that a lot. So,
And most people have. If you ask any notable person in the world, how many times did they not get their start till after 50 or, in their 30, whatever that may be. But I think we need to break that preconceived notion. I don't want to fail.
Yeah.
That's good.
Or being scared to fail.
Yeah.
That's how you learn.
But I think the focus need to become how do you fail fast. Like, just hurry up and get out the way.
Right. Right.
Fail.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to speak a little bit more on in terms of partnerships, on just partnering with the wrong people and giving opportunity to the wrong people, because I've been personally guilty of just working with people because I'm trying to do a favor and I know them, but they're really not qualified. So it's like, okay, how do I get that person qualified? You may not be ready now, but let me put some practical steps together for you, so later on we may be able to partner. So I wish I would have hit on that more.
It's funny. My dad always told me you should never go into business with your friends. But yet, a lot of our friends are in business together. So it's just like, well, maybe that worked then in the 80s and the early 90s. I don't know.
But that goes back to the legal question.
Yeah.
Where you have to have everything in writing. You
Everything in writing.
Contract. Then there's no misunderstanding.
Yeah. Anything that you wish I know you, so you probably said it all. But anything that you can think of that you're like, I should have mentioned that. And the same to you.
No, I think I put it all on the table. But I guess, I think if I could just express, we get so caught up on these titles.
Sure.
That is like, it's more of people looking for more of a feel of a look.
Yeah.
Versus actually the real work. So, if I can just continue pressing that point home, because, we got a lot of pretenders out here.
Be honest. Be open.
We got a lot of pretenders out here. And from a developer or person, a real estate professional of color, it's really key because Kansas City is not the most diverse place. So you have to be, I'm real cautious of understanding my relationships, how I'm fostering relationships. And if I messed up, I done let y'all down. All right. So I think it's a real key component of understanding representation in the right way and really sign on what you actually do, because the more this stuff is watered down, the less credible we are as a culture, as a
Absolutely.
person that's actually just trying to get some things done.
Yeah.
Mel?
I think Terrell did a really good job talking about partnerships and making sure you're partnering with the right people, because your name is your credibility.
For sure.
And you don't want to mess that up by partnering with the wrong person. And Kansas City is a big small town.
Absolutely.
Everybody
Y'all
knows.
It's literally 1 degree of Bobby asked, how do we all know each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that, one, whatever you are putting yourself in front of, that the integrity is there and to speak to the value that you're looking for and the impact you're trying to make in the community. And you don't want to mess that up, right? So I thought you did a really good job of pointing that out.
Any closing thoughts? Because I told you I would be real quick.
Yeah. I want to apply TJ for bringing the point up about we get paid last. Because I think that's the misconception of all of this. When you hear developers like, oh, they make all of this money, but you don't talk about the risks that we're assuming, and it takes 24 months at minimum a lot of times to see any type of money. And by the time that rolls around, that
You in a
couple
hole.
100,000 or whatever you make, it ain't the same.
It's not even sit to say like, oh, it's going already.
You spent it already. So that was great to point out.
Any closing remarks?
I really want to speak to women that are interested in development or that are in development.
Come on.
Because it is really hard for us.
Say it again. Say it louder so the people hear you.
It's hard.
All right.
So and I think it's twice as hard being a Black woman in development, mainly because you're not taken seriously.
For sure.
So it causes you to be a little more assertive than you want to be. You know, I'm supposed to be living my soft era right now. And I can only do that at home. So I go outside.
You gotta be hard.
I got to do a whole lot of cussing. So,
Lisa, we said just
because they don't hear you. You're not saying cuss words, but to don't be afraid. Just get out there and do it. Because it's hard. Do not think that just because we're making it look easy. It is a lot of sleepless nights, early mornings, again, sleepless nights, because you can't turn your mind off.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to forward think and try to stay in front of the 8 ball. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that thought, just to touch on that. But when I started to implement and be intentional about partnering with women in a lot of the deals that I'm working on, just the shift that happened for me. Because a lot of times women are looking at things different as well, but it's the attention to detail that gets me every time. I'm like, how did you even realize? How did you put that together? So, and I have a partner now where we're co-developers and co-owners on a project in St. Louis, and it's been working out great. So I would encourage more women to get into it as well.
Any closing thoughts from either one of you?
I think we hit on all the key points.
I think y'all hit. Yeah. Well, thank y'all for listening and being with us and giving your time and your talents and your treasures. I know you all personally. And now my new friend, seriously, as someone who is quasi adjacent to this industry, y'all are really doing it. I'm very proud of every one of you for just standing up in your truth. And
We're proud of you too.
Yes, we are.
For being an advocate, for having those private meetings on our behalf. And now we made it on the podcast.
Well, we made it. We on the podcast, y'all.
I've been a fan a long time, but I'm like, now I'm finally here. I went to the LinkedIn post.
What? Thanks, y'all. See you later.
All right, we're filling in for Holly Long. We are here at the Heartland Developer Conference, and we got Danielle to just come over here and tell the audience a little bit about yourself and kind of what inspired you to make a trip all the way from Omaha.
Yep. Thanks, Bobby. So a little bit about me and my background is, so I do live in Omaha, and I also attended, the University of Omaha, and I graduated in 23. And then I'm like, okay. So in undergrad, I was working at a property management company. I had a few internships as well, a lot of internships actually, and they were in property management, um, mostly. So I've always like thought like, okay, I want to do more. I'm capable of doing more. I'm taking and also capable of handling more. And so I came across, the Ready program. So I was in the previous cohort in 24, and I was working full time as a property manager, and then I came up here like every week, to take the class. It was a little tough. The class was from like 4 to like 8 or something, and then I would drive back. Maybe it was 4 to 6, but I would still drive back the same day. Come to take the class, drive back the same day. It was a lot, and then sometimes when I was driving up here, I would be like, "Whoa, what did I sign up for?" You know.
Yeah.
Some days I was like tired. It was something I'm like, okay, let's just keep going. And I met some really great people in my class. Shauna's amazing. Funny thing about that is Shauna called me. She's like, "Hey, this class is in Kansas City, right?" And I was like, "Yes, ma'am, I'm aware." And she's like, "Oh, okay. So are you going to drive down here all the time?" I was like, "Yes." So she actually thought I was a little crazy, which, okay, just a little bit. I am crazy about, my future, my career, my dreams and aspirations. So, yes, that's a little bit about me.
Well, that's actually incredible. Like, wow, that's some dedication. When did you actually hear about this 2-day event?
Yeah, so I was telling some people at the networking mixer last night because they were also interested as well. Like, whoa, you came from Omaha up here, yada, yada, yada. And so I was either on Facebook or LinkedIn because I follow a lot of organizations. And it popped up on my feed. I'm like, oh, that's literally this Thursday, Friday. I might as well go because of course I love networking, meeting new people in the field, doing things that I want to do. And then also to reconnect with some people from my class and just continue to learn. That's what I love to do. And now today I got a new book from Ajora. That's amazing. So
Oh, this is great. We love to hear this kind of stuff. So, like based on what you said, what have you learned, and what are you taking back to your career or to Omaha?
So I've learned, of course, always anything is possible. And that's kind of what I got from people here. Like, yeah, they didn't have like all of the information, all of like the money, maybe even the people to work with. So they said, yeah, still take a risk, mostly take a risk on, starting your business or, creating partnerships, choosing your partner wisely, and vetting them properly, doing your due diligence on deals. Um, yeah.
That's
And a lot
amazing.
more, but I could keep going.
Yeah, we love hearing it. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, and thanks for telling everybody your story today.
Thanks for having me. I stuttered a little bit, but hey, it's my first one, okay?
Yeah.